Eating some leftover vegetables that I got at the at the restaurant. So when I go to the restaurant, excuse me, when I go to the restaurant, I get my steak. Anymore, I just get steak. It's expensive, but I've tried other foods that you get one little burger patty and everything else is all the garbage. French fries and all that. I wanted to come out here and show you. I gotta move my water for my raised beds here. I wanted to show you my raspberry patch. Not doing too bad. It isn't producing like I've got a family member that has one heck of a nice raised bed or raspberries, and his is doing really nice. There's all my asparagus. I didn't eat it this year either. My chickens love it. They get in there and dig up the the worms and the bugs. Well, let's go out here. Try to show you something other than my ugly mug. Here's me new chickens. My wife got them here, I don't know, a couple months ago. That's little Whitey. They're kind of shy. Whitey and the 4 brothers. Here's our sunflowers. I didn't plant these. Well, I did one year. I don't remember. A couple of years ago, I planted some over here. And they come up involuntarily. Voluntary, involuntary. I think that's involuntary. They're getting huge. And the one thing I love about it is the honeybees like them. They're always on them. Of course, now I'm videoing it. I can't find a honeybee on it, but I'm going to show you my raised beds that as life. I was a vegetarian mostly. I eat very little meat. I used to eat a lot of chicken. Watermelon. It's like what, middle of July. Tomato plant. I don't know. We'll see if that produces anything, but yeah, these are all my raised beds. All watermelon. I think pickles. Chickens love the pickles. They're going nuts. They're getting big. I'm already getting peas off of our peas. The chickens love those. Show you a pea here. Right there. They love them. So I'm watering my raised beds with the old, there's a strawberry down in there. My zucchini plants. I used to eat a ton of zucchini. Fried zucchini, zucchini bread. One thing that I was about addicted to was zucchini chocolate chip bread. Woo-hoo. May try to find how to make it out of carnivore stuff, but for now, I'm sticking with carnivore. I'm sticking with pretty much strict lion diet. So yeah, I just transplanted a couple of these a day or two ago. I don't think they're going to produce anything as late as it is. But my chickens just, they love getting out. They get up here and dust themselves and get all the bugs. And so, and where the bare beds are is where the chickens have dug the plant up, and I didn't have any more to transplant. I'm not going to pick weeds for you. That is poison ivy right there. Yes, sir. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, 5 leaves. That's poison ivy. I gotta get my spray out because my other garden is being overtaken by crabgrass and weeds. This is one lovely thing about these raised beds. If you can do it without buying your own refrigerators, jeez, oh pizza. That weed was in there. That's the way to go. I had to buy a few. Scratch and Dent Place wanted to get rid of I brought, I don't know, 7 or 10 of them home on my truck. I had them stacked. I took the back road so I didn't get in trouble. Anyways, a lot of these are neighbors, mine, family members. There's my old dishwasher right there. It works. Why not, right? It's cheap. It's metal. It's never going to fall apart. The inside, the plastic might. I've jabbed them with my pitchfork enough. But I'm telling you, right here, look at this. It's about waist high. Oh, my dishwasher ain't, but that's why I like them. See these? The weeds are right here. Look at this. Just grab your weed. Anymore, I just throw it down on the ground because they'll willow up and die. I'll rake them up later. But that's all you got to do. You don't have to bend over. You don't have to. I'm telling you, my other garden is just looks like my yard already. It's the crabgrass and the. See that? There, you're done. I did have wheelbarrow out here to throw the weeds in, but I'm not always. Things don't always go perfectly. Trying to see if I got any zucchini going. I got to get them watered though. They're not going to make it. That's the bad thing about raised beds is you have to water them every other day because they dry up in a hurry. So that's there's my rain barrel. That's how much I've been putting in the raised beds. It's almost half empty already. While I was doing my sprints, I'd forgotten one of my beds overflowed. So if you do these, I'll give you a word of I don't know, encouragement. Do not drill holes in them, and because you think that they're gonna see that. I drilled holes in my first, I don't know, 10, 15 of them, and then every time you water them, the water just goes to the bottom and runs right out. I didn't even put it all the way to the bottom. It's about 3/4 away or quarter of the way up. But yeah, they dry up in a hurry, so you don't need to drill holes in them. Just put them, set them up, and that's all you need to do. You're going to need to water a lot more than a normal garden. But you don't have to bend over. You don't have near the weeds or the bugs. Actually, I don't have near the bugs that I used to. My raised beds, anyways. My crabgrass here. See, it grows anywhere. Crabgrass. I wish our plants grew like crabgrass. My Lord, it's everywhere. So I tried plugging the holes, by the way. I don't know if you can see them down there. I tried plugging the holes with silicone, but it worked for about a year or two, and then it fell out. Some of them better than the others. But yeah, I did this because I thought, well, at least when I'm 70, 80 years old, I'll enjoy it. But then I found carnivore, and I don't even... This is all for the chickens, basically. My wife will eat some of the... She still does strawberries and watermelon. But There's how quick my rainwater runs. But the nice thing is too that once you water, especially the ones that don't have holes in them, if I turn the faucet on, I can water one of these in about 5 minutes. It will fill, it'll be enough water for at least 3 to 4 days. It'll fill this whole container up moist with, you know what I mean. Okay. These are my raised beds that I did have. There's one watermelon, and the chickens get up and just dig them up. You've got it. That's the reason why I have all these grates laying around. See this? If I don't put wood and stuff around, they'll come up here and dust themselves, and they'll dig up the plants. It don't matter to them. So I don't know. We'll see if this makes it. But see, I was starting off with wood boxes, and then I did some plastic liner. They last about 10 years. And then they fall apart, which is fine. Once these are done, I'm going to get rid of all these boxes and put the dirt. I've got spots in my yard I need dirt, but I'm going to keep all these. So maybe if we go to sell the house, somebody that eats vegetables will enjoy these. Oh. Well, I suppose better shut the video off. I just wanted to make a short video of my former vegetarian life. So have a happy, let's see, Friday. And I'm a free man. If anybody listens to that radio station down in Fort Campbell, Kentucky, you'll know what I'm talking about if they still do it. 103.5, I don't remember the name. Every Friday, come on and say that. So I'm not copying anybody's stuff. I like to say sayings from other channels that's amusing to me. I'm just like, I cannot think of the name of the Two American Farmers, maybe that's the name of it. They're the ones that say, God willing and the creek don't rise. So shout out to them. I watch a lot of videos, so try to advertise everybody else's videos. I watch a lot of Kent Carnivore. He's a guy that had a colostomy done. His story of carnivore is amazing. I don't know if, look at that, they're done with the vegetables. So I think I said that earlier, oh heck, let's continue, right? Maybe you don't have anything to do today and you're bored. Yeah, Kent Carnivore. Let's see, I got my water running. That's all I got to remember. Thawing out hamburgers right now. Kent Carnivore had a colostomy done. So he went through hell and had to have surgery. But he's now a carnivore and wishes he would have found carnivore earlier to avoid his surgery. But the diverticulitis and colitis and gonitis and chitis and all these medical things that basically tell you that, oh, hey, don't eat berries. They have seeds in them, and yep, they'll put a hurting on you. You know, so that's your warning for colitis, diverticulitis, not to eat seeds. But nobody puts on their sickness that, oh, hey, you might get sick because we sprayed your food with herbicides and insecticides and fungicides. Excuse me. One little piece of bacon snack, and I don't get that. It says not to eat. It says in the Bible not to eat the pig, the unclean, split-hoofed animal that doesn't chew its cud like a cow does. That's the reason. But who doesn't love bacon, right? It's a necessary evil. Yes, sir. Oh, I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. I was going out there and telling you. Oh, so yeah, when I go to get my steak or burgers or chicken, it's about all you can ever get at the restaurant. They always give you a side order, you know. You got your fries. If they'd cook them in beef tallow, I'd eat them. That'd be my one cheat. But I can't. Everywhere you go, it's all vegetable crap, oils, seed oils, whatever. But anyways, I get a side order of vegetables and usually like buns or biscuits or something because my chickens will devour them. So that's what I do in carnivore when I have to eat out. So there, I finally made my point there. I'm sorry I went all the way all over the place, but hopefully you just don't have anything to do today, and I can bore you for a few more minutes. Beautiful day right now. There's a really nice breeze. It may get up to 87, 88, 89, I guess, today. But it's cloudy and there's a breeze, so that makes all the difference in the world. Oh, I'm watering my raised bed back here. That's what I'm doing. Hang on. There, I'm back. I'm watering my landscaping. So you may be thinking, does this guy have ADHD or whatever? I don't know. I'm always trying to remember things to tell my wife, and sometimes it's a process. And she's very patient with me. And that's what I love about her. I'm not quick on the draw. I tend to forget some things. I'm always trying to get all my thoughts out in one sentence, and that don't work. But I gotta give her a shout before I forget this. She waited 7 years on me. Only woman I know that would have waited on this old boy. I'm a work in progress. But the mental part of the carnivore is there is a lot of truth to it. We call it carnivore calm. I'm not jacked up on caffeine and sugar. I can settle myself down. I can think. I can, for the most part, get my thoughts out. I'm getting better, though. I wasn't this good a year ago. And I laugh a lot now. You know why? Because you have to. This crazy world, the news and all the lovely stuff we've been seeing, let's pray for peace, you know? An ideal day would be today that Russia would say, we're done. We're done. We're done. If this ain't working, 4 years, there's nothing left in the country. Good luck at living there, by the way, Russia. And Zelensky be like, hey, quit. Let's make peace and rebuild and enjoy what the good Lord has created here, you know. Enjoy what you have. quit being so damn greedy and want more. And of course the Iran, but you know, I'm not going to get into politics, but I'm just going to say when you're bred as a little child from, you know, a little itty bitty tyke that's bred into you to hate America, what do you think you're going to do for 25 years of your life, 40 years, whatever? Yeah, it's kind of hard to quit, you know, something that's been bred into you. And thank the Lord that hopefully when we get peace and the nuclear is done, so that we can go back to enjoying what we have. So, enough politicking. I'm at 21 minutes. So I'm gonna water the rest of my stuff today. I think the next 2 to 3 weeks it's supposed to be in the mid 90s and higher. Not my ideal weather, but you gotta go through some hell to get to the other side. And, excuse me. So that part of carnivore, if you can get through your for me is about 30 days. I noticed a difference after 30 days. I lost 18 pounds the first 2 months. I got time. I got something here I wanted to read about. I just found this about the cholesterol. Can you lower cholesterol without drugs? Doctors say this 10 steps work. You know what? Follow my next video I'm going to make for the answers to what I'm just about to read. This is kind of a long video, so I'm going to cut this short, and I'm going to do another video tomorrow on the cholesterol deal, and I'm going to give you my story of all the things that I've healed from. How's that? All right, we'll see you in the next video. Stay carnivore strong.